Hey, what's going on here then? You said you were going to Chichester Harbour. This looks like the Clipper Homecoming Parade. Well, it is. This is taken from the live stream. If you look to the right, there you are. That's Bill and me on Zephyr 4, taking it all in. The Clipper Hullabaloo has passed now and we're heading towards Chichester, but rather than going right out and round Horse Sands Fort, we're making our way through the gap in the Submarine Barrier that runs from Horse Sands Fort to Southsea Beach. The barrier consists of numerous concrete blocks and was built between 1905 and 1909. As you can see, it needs to be taken seriously. You don't want to bump into that. The gap in the middle is well marked, and once through, it's an easy passage to Chichester. As you can see, there is very little wind, so we're motoring. Here it is on the chart. We've come out of Portsmouth through the submarine gap, and we're heading to this point here, which is the entrance into Chichester Harbour. We're then going to go along this little bit here to Birdham Pool, where we've got a berth booked for the night. We're getting along quite nicely. I'll just zoom in and you'll see that's the entrance to Langstone Harbour over there. Try and hold the camera as steady as possible. Boat's rolling slightly. That's the entrance to Langstone Harbour anyway. The wind has filled in a little, so I unfurl the genoa in the hope that we can dispense with the engine and proceed under sail. Sailing in company with this little boat, gradually pulling away from him. The wind's filled in a bit. We got 8 or 9 knots. We did have 13 just now, and Zephyr 4 is picking up speed beautifully. We're almost to Chichester Harbour entrance. Once we get to the tide gauge outer mark, we turn to port and enter the harbour. We're still sailing up into the harbour. It's quite deep here, lots of boats anchored off the beach there, look. It's a really delightful day. Lots of people anchored here off this lovely beach. We're still sailing, and the tide under us as well, so we're clipping along quite nicely. There's 14 sailing clubs in Chichester Harbour, mostly catering for dinghy racing. There always seems to be a race going on somewhere. There's Birdham Pool over there. We've just gone past it, same as we did last time. That load of piles over there is Premier Marine, and this load of piles over there going into the lock is Birdham Pool, and that's where we're heading right now. We've had a lovely sail all the way up the harbour, quite fantastic. The Birdham Pool Marina is purported to be the oldest marina in the UK. It currently has 290 berths, and entrance and exit is via this lock. We wiggled Zephyr 4 into a very narrow berth between 4 piles. A new berthing method for me, and not as easy as it looked. The lockkeeper warned us we would need to be away fairly early in the morning, otherwise there wouldn't be enough water over the sill. Well, we obviously weren't early enough, because by the time we got our act together, all the water had gone away, and we were trapped until the afternoon. There are worse places to be trapped. It's a lovely area, lots of wildlife and fish and some really nice old wooden boats to admire. So the day passed quite quickly until we were able to get into the lock and be returned to the harbour and sail home. Well, we've left Chichester behind. Not a lot of wind, it's 6-7 knots, something like that. And we're doing about 3 knots through the water. But we've got a bit of tide under us as well, so that's adding another knot. And we're gradually making our way towards the Isle of Wight. We're sort of tacking downwind, so we're heading across to the island, and then when we get over there we'll jibe, and that'll then take us pretty close into the mouth of Portsmouth Harbour. So it's very, very pleasant out here. Far from exciting, but we've just had a cup of tea, of course, and a bite to eat, and reasonably warm. Very, very pleasant day.